Good morning, and welcome to another episode of
Roleplay Moments.
Whenever I start a new campaign, I ask each of my players to write out a backstory. I'm looking for the kind of backstory that'll help each player learn who their adventurer is, the kind of story with interesting elements and something that's going to coincide in the world that I'm creating. Since the players went out of the way to do this for my campaign, I want to bring each of their stories to life in my world. So, what's your business here?
Besides asking for help for the wall.
I mean you. For this particular campaign, I asked the players to write out a background knowing who the main villain is before the campaign even started. One of the requests I gave to each player was to put in their backstory a reason why they're after this villain. The villain in this campaign is named Mad Magnus Monroe, a dragonborn wizard who's uniting the dragonborn race against the world. He is a monster with infamy, power, and armies.
We have a goal. It's to stop Monroe. Do you think I'm going to be the guy that can pull that off? Honestly.
I think the three of you together can get a lot done.
You've already said that we're weak and we can't do what's necessary. So is it going to be me? No. Is it going to be Art? Because he's strong, but he doesn't have the same hate for Magnus. He's just heartbroken. He would be just as sad and furious if Alana died of hunger. And it's not going to be the tiefling-hating tiefling who's chasing other tieflings and causing all the problems. It's going to be you that can handle Monroe. You throwing yourself off a cliff dooms the goddamn world. You don't get to quit.
Today I'm going to focus on Artegan Hostigan. He is a bard with a mild backstory. Artegan was young and in love. Much like a Pixar cartoon, things turned dark quickly. One day while he was out collecting flowers for his fiancée, Magnus rode through the town and slay her. He took her body with him. This set Artegan on a quest for vengeance against Magnus and a quest to resurrect his true love. It also left me with more questions than he had answers for. Why would the villain find her and kill her? Why would he take the body with him? Who is she and how did Artegan know her?
As my recent friend has mentioned, Magnus is moving west. Received news today that Ryalden, my hometown, has been taken over.
As you pause, the king actually looks down. He's like, I'm very sorry to hear that.
I come with my group of companions from Oakdale, who as well is feeling the pressure and are looking for some form of resistance against Magnus. And any help that you can provide would be appreciated. I personally also would like to ask. My fiancée was killed by Magnus. I was looking to see if you had anyone with the ability to bring back somebody who has died.
On Artegan's newfound journey, he met some companions. During his travels, he met a mysterious woman on the road to Riverstorm. Give me an intelligence save, Artegan. Her features, her face, her voice, her hair, her eyes. They're very familiar to someone you know. Someone very, very close to you. Someone that was killed by Magnus. What's the first word you think of when you see her face? What do you blurt out? Just out loud.
Very similar, or like I think it's her kind of thing?
Very similar, but it takes you by surprise. It actually puts you in shock. That was the intelligence save. What's the first thing you would say?
What's your name?
Nothing happened with this woman during this particular session. The party met on bad terms and they didn't want to talk, and she didn't want to talk to them. However, she was intrigued by Artegan's words. 7 sessions later, she caught up with him. I am Karina Esther, as you probably already know.
So, I have questions. I'm sure you have questions. Would you like to alternate?
By all means.
I noticed you share the same last name. Somebody I knew. I was wondering what your relation to Awana is.
Awana is my sister. How did you know Awana?
She came to my village. She was a refugee from a town that was destroyed.
And you said you'd do anything to get her back. Is she still alive? I want to go back to the city, and I want to search for any clues about why Mad Magnus would be after her, or me, or my mother. Would you go with me?
To Greenhaven? I feel like your mother sent you away for a reason. I would not ask of you to return there.
I have to know what happened. I have to know.
You can ask Awana when I return with her.
I'm going to know. Will you come with me?
If I don't, will you go alone?
I will. I'll
Okay.
give you the night to think about it. Artegan is conflicted, and he has a lot of trouble choosing between his friends and his personal goals. Between saving his friend Delaron Cooper or going with this mystery woman and learning about his past. And when you knock, it's like, it's very loud and it echoes throughout the hallway and throughout the room. And she opens the door. Give me an intelligence save.
That's a 13.
13. When she opens the door, she's wearing a very silky smooth, fine, elegant gown.
Dude, don't Jerry Springer it.
You're not there. Wait, where's my... Here we go.
Yeah, fuck
You're
it.
not there.
Go ahead. I'll take another one. That was...
Take two.
That was out of line.
Out of line.
You're right.
Her hair falls past her shoulders. There's a very soft look on her face. And again, you're taken aback at just how close she looks to Awana. But you've seen Awana like this before, and at those times in your life, it was the happiest you've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And your heart actually skips a beat when you see her. But you do remain calm, and your composure doesn't significantly change, and you don't do the double take.
Oh, that's what the intelligence save was?
That's what the intelligence save is. You
Okay.
don't double take.
Okay.
And she opens the door and looks at you, and she smiles.
I apologize for intruding. I found out some information just now.
What's going on, Artegan?
Delaron Cooper, I found out, is still alive. I watched both of his legs be cut off. I didn't think anyone could survive that. But it's partially my fault that that happened to him. I feel obligated to go back and help. My original party is actually going down there to try to retrieve him. I'm just...
And you've made your decision.
To be completely honest, I haven't. I don't feel like I could face Awana again after I get her back, knowing that I watched her sister go into a dangerous situation when I could have helped.
Artegan, have you ever thought that there might not be a happy ending? I'm going to be very frank with you. There's a possibility that you don't get what you want. If Awana has passed on, you know as well as I that not everyone comes back into this world. I've made myself clear with Delaron. And although I told you I won't give you my opinion on him, I'm going to now. I will not travel with him. Ever. I don't care the sacrifices he has made for others. One rite does not wash away the sins that he has committed.
How long would you be willing to wait?
I will be leaving in the morning. Artegan, I wish you farewell. I understand that you feel conflicted. I can see it in your face. Whatever allegiances you hold, this man, I do not. And that's fine. We don't see everything the same as each other. I barely know you. You barely know me. It's okay. I'll be okay. I've made it this far. She smiles. And that smile is a remnant of Oana. A memory of the past. Good night, Artegan.
Good night.
I'll meet you here in the morning.
And I will walk away.
You walk away. You hear the door close loudly and heavily. Your footsteps echo down the hall, as well as your thoughts. You walk towards the castle.
Actually, I probably...
Or to wherever you go.
I'm going to sit on the bench outside the bar. Just kind of do the Artegan lately, staring off in the distance.
The Artegan lately. That's what we're calling it from now on.
Yep.
Do the Artegan lately.
You stare off for a while. And here it is. My favorite scene from the campaign so far. Artegan, roll me a perception.
Wow!
And there's that.
You hear the inn door quietly close. And you see someone sneaking off in the night. And it's Karina.
I will follow her.
Okay. Quietly?
You know what? No. I'm not going to go quietly.
Okay.
I'll make sure to
So
keep pace
she
with her.
starts sneaking off in the middle of the night, and she looks like she is trying to go quietly. You don't go quiet anyways in your armors.
Mm-hmm.
She rounds a bend of the building, and when you round the bend, she's standing there looking at you. Artegan, I didn't know you'd still be out there.
Yeah. Not really easy to make this decision.
I'm leaving, Artegan. I'm making this decision for you.
No, you're not. I'm coming with you.
Do you need to tell your friends I'm leaving right now?
If you're leaving right now, I don't have time to.
Whoa, Art.
Did you need to collect anything?
I have everything I need on me.
So she heads to the stables, grabs the horse and saddle, helps you up on the back of the horse, and you guys ride off into the middle of the night.
The lady bats her eyes. No kidding.
And Artegan disappears from the city. 7 sessions ago, I warned the players to come with a backup character. I didn't tell them at the time. It wasn't because I was worried about their characters dying. It was because I knew what could happen and the choices that people would have to make. This was one of a few choices that would happen with more than one character. This is the first character departure of the campaign, and in my opinion was nothing short of amazing.